Shalom. We give all praises, honors, and glory soon. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, El Shai Ba'Hashem Rakak Dash. Don't want us the apostles and others of great millstone who taught us this truth. And salutations to the whole elect. And I'm going to go into a lesson about that the chariots of the Lord are the so-called the so-called UFOs, which people ignorantly called. So yeah, here I'm gonna start with Psalms chapter 104, verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots. And when you're seeing a cloud, you know it's in the air, and in the scriptures, when it comes to chariots, some parts of the scriptures it tells you about angels riding in these chariots, and that these chariots are actually flying in the air. And as it says, who maketh the clouds his chariots, is really speaking about a so-called UFO, unidentified flying object, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So yeah, this chariot, it can fly. Yeah, it's in the air, and it's moving around the air. And here you have Ronald Dalton. He is denying the power of the Lord, and because Ronald Dalton, he's saying all this other BS about that that the Lord's chariots are not the UFOs, which they are according to the scriptures, because it's literally written in the scriptures. But yeah, there's more proof as well. Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. And as you look into the whirlwind, it says a column of air moving rapidly around and around in a cylindrical or funnel shape. So ultimately, a column of air moving at a faster pace is what a whirlwind is talking about. Now I'm going to read this again. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariot shall be as a whirlwind. So, in a way, can the angels of the Lord be on the church, and that is, they're talking about the so-called UFOs, because it also keeps mentioning in the scriptures that that these chariots are as like clouds, and these chariots, they can look like they can form in different shapes too. They can look like clouds, and they can just really blend in like clouds. And another precept, Psalms chapter 37 verse chapter 34, verse 7. It's like, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. And we, in these fleshly bodies, we cannot deliver ourselves. There has to be some divine intervention to guide us to righteousness, especially in the evil times that we are coming into. And he encampeth around about them that fear him, the prophets of the Lord. So these chariots, these angels in these chariots are basically our personal security guards. And they encampeth around those that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and delivereth them, as it reads right there. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in him. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. Another precept to prove that these so-called UFOs are chariots is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So this prophet, he's looking up into the sky because he's lifting up his eyes and he sees a flying roll. And really, that flying roll is still talking about the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. And ain't no way can you see a horse and a seat be that huge. But yeah, the length and the breadth of this chariot is huge as hell. Because these chariots, they can be in many shapes and sizes. There can be chariots that are also bigger than this whole earth. That's possible too. Another precept. Acts chapter 1, verse 7. And he said unto me, It is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power, but ye shall receive power that the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And a cloud has received Yahushua out of these people's sight, as it reads right here in verse 9. And he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. Just like that, just like that. Verse 10, and while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So the same way as Yahushua is getting skinned up to the heavens, and getting skinned up into the heavens by a chariot, because it was the chariot was beaming Yahushua up. The same way Yahushua is going to return unto the world which he hath made with chariots to destroy Babylon the Great and these heathen nations, and especially Esau, and to deliver his elect. But I'll read verse 10 again. And while they looked steadfastly toward the heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye up, gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. And one more precept to back that one up with Isaiah chapter 66 verse 15, and it reads, For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. A chariot moving as like the speed of lightning. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. And how is that going to happen? First with the thermonuclear fire, and then the Lord is going to destroy those who are remaining. And those chariots are going to finish the rest of these wicked ones off as well as the chariots of the Lord are going to be delivering the Lord's elect. But yeah, that was it to that lesson. I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Until next time, Shalom.